ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know what's interesting? I don't know what episode this is. I forget.
23.
Is it 23 or is it 24?
No, it's 23 because
23.
last episode was 22, and that's kind of how counting works, right?
Well, hey, you never know. They could change it up. Welcome to 23.
Hey.
Ian, new location. Bingo.
Very much so. That'll play into the theme today, just a hair, but as you can see, I've just got plywood behind me and a mess. So a mess is what we're dealing with, and that's what we're going to have to do.
We're also totally having some technical difficulties here and there, so there may or may not be cuts all over the place. Who knows? We're going to see how long this call lasts. But yeah, let's do a high five and then we'll talk about what we got going on, eh?
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. So
it's going to be funky.
It's always with no rain. Okay.
All right. Do you want last one was our worst one, maybe ever. It was terrible. So if you want to go this time, you can count, and I'm just going to try my best to time this right.
1, 2, 3, go.
I might have been a little early, but we'll see. Today's fun little game is I'm going to quiz Ian on a very fun, interesting topic. He's going to quiz me on a very fun, interesting topic. We have 4 questions for each other, all worth 1 point, and then a final bonus question. It's harder, and it's not multiple choice. It's worth 5 points. You can come back. But my topic is Action Park. It is the deadliest amusement park in the world, and it is unbelievable that it was open for 7 years.
And
so my questions are about that, and your questions are about...
My questions, before you so rudely interrupted, Trent, are about the whitewater rafting company that I'm working at this summer. So
there you go. Very fun.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first with your first question?
Okay. I'm going to go first.
All right.
Yes. So this is what we're going to do here. Which one of these 4 names is not a name for a water feature on the Pigeon River? Now, the Pigeon River is where I'm currently whitewater rafting. I'm going to be a guide. So I need to know these names, and Trent, I also need to know if you know these names. So, A is Action Alley. B is an abbreviation. It's BFG.
Hold on, you cut out. What is it? B what?
BFG, it stands for Big Friendly Rock or Big Friggin' Rock.
Okay.
Tombstone or Rooster Tail.
So I have a question. You said BFG?
Yes, BFG. Big Friggin' Rock or Big Friendly Rock.
So BFG, the last word is rock.
BFR. Excuse me.
I'm so confused. Big B, friendly F, G rock.
G rock.
I was like,
rock starts with the letter G, right?
All right. I think which one's not a water feature at the place?
Which one is not a water feature?
Now, this could just be me missing it, but I'm going to go with the BFG because I feel like that may have been an oversight in your lie there.
So, it is actually the second feature on the Pigeon River.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not going to give you any more information, just to make sure that I don't accidentally tip you off or anything. So, you know what? I'll give you the second shot. This isn't for any points. This is just for fun.
But just for fun.
So, just for funsies.
The first one had the word action in it, right?
Yeah, Action Alley.
I'm gonna go Action Alley because my topic is Action Park, and it would be cool if that was the same thing.
So I did one of those tricky little technicality things, right? And so technically all of these are, but Action Alley is a big grouping of a section of the river, and it's not a water feature.
Big brain. Huge. Huge.
Big brain.
All right.
Yes,
So
Big Freedom Rock is one.
No points for
and
me.
then Tombstone to Rooster Tail.
The Tombstone.
No points. Big
Not
sad,
bad,
but
not
also I'm gonna win.
I don't know if you are. Let's see. So I highlighted all mine in black. We're going to do this, and we're going to go over here. And so now you can actually look at all the answers. Okay. So what is a common nickname for Action Park?
Okay.
Death Park, Boring Park, Serial Park as in serial killer, or Class Action Park?
Class Action's pretty funny. I'm gonna say Serial.
Serial Park?
I'm gonna say Serial Park.
Ian, that is incorrect. The correct answer is D, Class Action Park, because they were sued so many times for all the nonsense that went on there. They became Class Action Park. Yep.
I was so close. I was close.
Yep.
I was on it. I should have followed my gut. I'm gonna have to do that for the rest of them.
Yep. These get good. These get good. All right.
Good.
Second question. Here we go.
Second question. So, which of these is a river guide's paddle stroke? Upstream V, J stroke, L stroke, or downstream L?
What was C? Because you cut out.
L stroke.
L. So you have V, J, L, and what's the last one?
Downstream L.
Downstream L. Ooh. I'm going to go with J, because I feel like they're all sharp letters, and then J has a curve, and it's the only one that has a curve. J.
Trent, you are correct. J stroke is a stroke.
That's big.
It's actually a combination stroke, and I suck at it.
Ah.
Now I'm getting better at it. Oh my gosh. I'll explain to you training later, but wow. Yeah, J stroke. Good job, my
Nice.
guy.
1
Hit me
point
with your
to
second.
me. My
Yeehaw.
second question is, wait a minute.
Waiting.
How many people died at Action Park? A, 6, B, 24, C, 98, or D, none? How many people died at Action Park? It was over for 7 years.
7 years. I'm gonna go wild. 98.
98. Ian, that is building suspense. Incorrect.
What? Oh.
Actually, upon doing research, I found out that only 6 people died at the park.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't actually a very deadly park, but what was commonplace was broken bones, concussions, people bled a lot. There were a lot of hospitalizations. So it was dangerous, like way more than any other amusement park, but it wasn't necessarily deadly, I found out, which is very interesting.
Wow. But I mean, like, you're open for 7 years and you have 6 deaths. I mean, that's almost 1 per year. That's still terrible.
Yeah. They did not do a good job. It was shut down very quickly. But
You say quickly. 7 years is a long time.
You would think. Well, what's interesting about Action Park is that you got to choose a lot of the stuff on your ride. So it was like, there's a Tarzan swing, and you got to choose how fast or how high you went. Or like a lot of it was you got to choose how extreme it was.
Okay.
And that was like what caused a lot of the issues. But we'll get into my next 2 questions in a little bit. What's question 3 for you?
Question 3 for me. Let's see here.
Yeah.
How many times have I flipped my boat during training this week? Note, I am only halfway through my training. So, how many times have I flipped the boat?
How many times?
And it is A, 1 time, B, 2 times, C, 6 times, D, no times, or none of the
Wait,
above.
what was C? Because you cut out during it?
6 times.
It's 1, 2, 6, or none.
Yeah.
My gut's telling me 2, because
Yeah.
that's like a nice middle ground, and I think you're trying to mind game me into going 6. But it's definitely 1 or 2. Can you describe the boat to me? How big is this boat?
So this boat can fit, we'll say, 7 people plus a guide comfortably.
How many?
So 8 people in total.
Something like that's got to be hard to flip, I'd imagine. That's a raft. You know, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think how you as one person could flip it. Is getting it in the water count? Or is it like while you're on it?
It's while I'm on it.
I'm going to go with none. I think that's a hard raft to flip.
Trent,
Yeah.
you are incorrect.
What? How many times? How do you flip something
6
that big?
times.
How do you flip that thing 6 times? What do you even mean?
I'm gonna another one of the
That's
technicalities,
huge.
my guy. So today for training, we had to flip the boat.
You suck. You're the worst.
Yeah, I know. No, it sucked. Oh my gosh, the river was cold. Oh my gosh, I got a
Yikes.
wetsuit. I have a wetsuit.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I'll send you a picture right here. This is me in my wetsuit.
That's
Sexy, huh?
very funny.
Oh yeah, very funny. You know, packed like a sausage in there. But it is cold in the water, and we have to learn how to flip rafts just in case they flip naturally on the water. You know, we got to make sure that we can flip them back over.
Jeez.
So yeah, I got you again with that technicality.
The technicalities
boy.
suck,
Ooh.
but here we go. We're gonna go a fun one
They
here
do.
for
Yeah.
the Tarzan swing, which I mentioned earlier, which you would swing from a rope into a body of water. Caused which of these deaths? Death by drowning, death by trauma to the head, death by heart attack, or death by blood loss?
Can you give me the first one again?
Drowning.
Drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So it's a Tarzan swing. Death by drowning doesn't not make sense.
What's that?
But I feel death by drowning just does not make sense. Like, at all. Because you're swinging. But
Well, no, you
I mean, if there's
you
water-
swing off of a rope and land in water.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like Tarzan. So you take the rope, you swing on it, you let go, and land in the water.
Okay, run me through them all again because I'm dumb and stupid.
All good.
And can't listen.
Drowning, trauma to the head, a heart attack, or blood loss.
I'm going to go trauma to the head.
Which one?
Trauma to the head.
Ian, that answer is incorrect, unfortunately. No. Interestingly enough, the only death the Tarzan swing in Action Park caused was a heart attack. Due to the waters being so cold, it would cause shock when you hit them, and one person had a heart attack when they landed in the water. It was so cold.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's crazy.
Whew. Man, I felt like I was going to do that today. Have a heart attack.
Waters
was-
are freaking cold. You ever get in water and you're like breathing really fast? It happens to me all the time.
I know. I was having to combat that today. It was bad.
Yeah.
So this is my number. Is this my number 5?
This is number 4.
This is my number 4 because I can count.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these 4 names is not a river guide's nickname? Okay.
Okay.
So, A is Sherm.
Sherm.
B is Ice Cube.
Okay.
C is Cart.
What? The C is what?
Cart.
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 Okay.
D is Sunny.
And what's D?
Sunny.
Sonny. So Sherm, which I'm assuming would be you. Ice Cube. Cart. And what was the last one?
Sunny.
Sonny. Cart is absolutely one of them. because it's probably Carter, and you wouldn't have thought of Cart as a nickname. That's just weird. So, in between. Gosh, but you could easily think of Sunny and Ice Cube. And Sherm just makes sense because your last name is Sherman.
Yeah.
Sunny's too. That's a boring nickname. I'm gonna go with Sunny. That's the one that's not a nickname because that's if it is, I disapprove and they should change his nickname because it's boring. They have to change it. Executive order. Make a better one, like Ice Cube.
Okay, so these are another technicality, right?
If you hit me with a technicality, I swear to God.
No, you got it.
Oh,
you
let's
got
go. You cut out
It's
about
Sunny.
every 8 or so seconds, so I'm like just hoping. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
that's
no, you
big.
got it, and I'll explain. So, first of all, yes, Sherm is me, because my last name is Sherman.
Yeah.
That's my dad's nickname, and they
Really?
just started calling me Sherm, and I was like, well, crap. So, yeah, they call me, Sherm, or Sherm the Worm,
Nice.
Sherm the Firm. That's a good one, Sherm the Firm.
Nice.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Ice Cube we recently gave to a girl, I think it was yesterday. She got so cold that her lips were turning blue. She's kind of a skinnier girl.
I figured
so
it would be
they sent
somebody
her
who
to go get-
couldn't handle the cold very well. They called Ice Cube. That's what I
Right.
imagined.
Yeah. So she had to leave training early because she had to go and warm up.
Okay.
Cart is Carter. You got that right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Sunny, I was going to nickname Lily because our first day on the water, she got a sunburn only on her knees for some reason.
Oh.
So it's Sunny.
I see.
But we ended up not giving it to her because, funny enough, Cart also got sunburn only on his knees, but he now has sun poisoning from that.
Fun.
Yeah, which it looks like his whole knee is just bruised. Like it's purple. It's disgusting. But
Yikes.
dang. Cart was like, it hurts, but whatever. It's just like, okay. Okay, Cart, go for it, bro.
There you go. There you go.
All right.
Okay, last question worth 1 point. Here we
Yeah.
go. It's another number-based question.
Okay.
Another attraction at Action Park was the wave pool. It was dubbed the nickname the Grave Pool. It was an 8-foot deep wave attraction, and it required the rescue of how many people per day? 1 person a day, 4 people a day, 12 people a day, or 30 people every day?
I'm thinking 12. I'm just going to say 12. Going with my gut. 12.
Ian, 12 is incorrect. The answer is
Oh!
30 people needed rescuing from this wave pool every single day on average. Because people apparently didn't obey the warning signs for it, and the waves would often get out of control, and people who didn't know how to swim very well would need to be rescued. 30 every day on average.
Oh.
Yeah, this place was
That's
nuts.
kind of just people's fault.
It
That's
is a little
people's
bit.
fault. That's not the company's fault.
Probably not. They
That's
probably
just
could have
dumb.
made the wave pool a little less scary, but yeah,
Probably, but also, if you can't read signs, you're dumb.
true.
Let's be honest.
it's very true. All right, so
Oh,
Ian,
boy.
you have to get this final question correct in order to win, but I have a chance to put it away right here with the 5-pointer.
You do.
So the 5-pointer
So-
is an open-ended question. There are no choices. You just have to get it.
No choices.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want you to tell me how many Class 4 rapids are on the Pigeon River.
How many Class 4 rapids? Now, can I ask a
Yes.
question like, is classes kind of like a hurricane, like Class 5 is the biggest?
Yes, so the classes go from 1 to 6. Technically 1 to 5, but I'll explain. So
Okay.
1 is like a lake. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
2 is you start to get a little bumpy. 3 is where you start to see white water, and that's when you're starting to really like move hard.
Okay.
4 is like 3 to 5 foot waves with some inherent danger, and it takes some skill to maneuver them. Class 5 introduces like a real risk of harm,
Yeah.
and then 6 is just unpassable.
Oh, I thought 6 was just going to be a waterfall.
No. So
Alright.
most waterfalls are like class 5s.
Okay.
But
So-
there's debate whether or not it even exists. But yeah,
How many class 4s are there? I'm going to
how many
go...
class 4s?
Can I ask how long the full tour takes?
The full tour. So you have the upper river and the lower river. The upper is 6.5 miles, and the lower is 5.5 miles.
How much
So
time
combined,
does that
it's-
take total?
With a tour, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours, if you're taking your time.
How many class 4s are there? I was originally going to say 2, but that's a long trip. So I'm going to go... How many class 4s are there? I'm going to say there are 6 class 4 rapids.
Okay, Trent. I'm gonna name them all. You ready?
Okay, you're going to cut out,
So
but I'm
we-
going to try to keep track.
Okay. So the first one is called Powerhouse. That's our first class 4.
Okay.
Our second class 4 is called Lost Guide.
Okay.
Our third class 4 is called Double Reactionary. Our fourth and final class 4, I know, is called Accelerator. So there are 4 in total.
Man, that was close.
Yeah, and
I was close.
they're all on the upper. There are none on the lower. The lower
So it's
is
probably
just a
best
bunch
I
of
didn't
class
get
2s
that
and
because
3s.
I'm going to be honest, my question's much harder. My question
Okay.
is way harder. But if you get it, you win.
Okay.
Here is the question. Let me unhighlight it here so I remember it exactly. Oh man, hold
Let me
on.
see if I can see it.
I misclicked. So,
No.
at Action Park, the safest ride there was a lazy river attraction where all you did was paddle around in a kayak. However, there was one death on this attraction. How did it happen?
Yeah.
A lazy river, you just kind of paddled around in a kayak. It was the safest of the whole park, but it was one of the 6 deaths that happened there.
I'm gonna say old age.
What did you say in answer? I actually couldn't hear you.
I'm gonna say they died of old age.
Well, so that's a very funny answer, but unfortunately is not correct.
Dang it.
So, on the lazy river, a person was killed because they fell out of their kayak out of the lazy river and landed onto a live wire and were electrocuted.
What?
Like, some of these deaths aren't even the fault of the park, you know?
I mean, like, if you've
Yeah.
got loose like wires around, you just
That's
you
true. That
deserve
kind
it.
that kind of is their fault.
Oh,
But that
that is
event
that's
happening
the company's fault.
is
That's. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I mean, old age. You'd figure something like that would be like, oh yeah.
It doesn't
it's like
sound
one of
too
those-
ridiculous. It was such a dangerous park that I think for the Tarzan swing, they actually painted the water, they painted the rocks at the bottom white so they could find bodies easier, according to one former employee.
No way. There's no way.
He could be lying, allegedly. But, yeah, they had a water slide that would have a very sharp loop. And people would go so fast that if they hit the inner circle, like they would hit with their face because you're going here, so your face would be on the bottom, and people's teeth would often get stuck in the ride because they were moving so fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it was bad. They did not do a good job at this place.
Oh, no. That's awful. I hope I don't do that to anybody.
I don't know how you would without a loop-to-loop slide. Yeah.
Fair. I mean, but still, yeah. I don't think there are any loop-to-loops in the river.
Yeah.
I'll have to get back with you on that one.
It was not a well-designed park. It's now like open and renamed something, and it's much safer. But that is the story of Action Park, the world's most deadliest amusement park.
Wild. That's so wild.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, we learned some things, didn't we?
We did. I'm victorious, which means nothing. I just get to have I get to have pride and make fun of you. It was 2-0.
Basically, yeah.
It was close. It was close.
I knew nothing. I am an imbecile.
Yeah. We'll have to do something like this again, just kind of like just quizzing each other on some interesting topics, because I hope you learned something out there today, ladies and gentlemen.
You better learn something, or, well, you could be the next one. That's exactly a threat.
Right. Whoa. Well.
Looking at you, Emily.
Oh, man. Well, that being said, welcome to the end of episode 23. Yeah.
Thank you all for listening and watching. Thank you for sticking with us, despite all these turbulent, moving times.
You cut out for about 1 to 2 seconds every 10 or so seconds. And it's been doable, but sometimes you'll talk and then you'll cut out, and I don't know if you stop talking or not when you come back. But
stuff like this, just dumb technical difficulties. It just happens, you know.
It's true.
But we work through it, and we're happy
go.
making this podcast, and it's one of my favorite things every week, you know.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So
speaking of every week.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that was a time where you were still talking, but I thought you ended.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of next week, we'll see you next week.
Yes,
with
you
episode
will.
24.
All right, episode 24. You can find us on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube. Trent and Ean Talking. Thanks for hanging out with us and learning about some action stuffs. Peace.
Peace.